Bienvenidos and welcome to another episode of Spain on a Fork. Today we're making what I consider to be one of the most underrated potato dishes that hail from Spain, but more specifically, a recipe from the province of Cádiz, which happens to be in the beautiful region of Andalucía. We're talking papas en Colorao. This dish is basically potatoes that you fry in extra virgin olive oil until they're lightly golden fried, and then you season them with sweet smoked Spanish paprika and other spices. And finally finish them off in a sauce that's made with fried almonds, garlic, and bread that takes the potatoes to the next level of goodness. Folks, we're talking a ton of Spanish flavors, very easy to make, and the best part, it's all done in about 40 minutes. This video is sponsored by Tienda.com. The Tienda is an online superstore focusing on selling all things Spain for your home and kitchen, and they've been around since 1996. And like I always tell you, they have the biggest selection of artisan Spanish ingredients like queso manchego, the famous jamón serrano and jamón ibérico, Marcona almonds, olives, the beautiful canned seafood from Spain, and all the spices you need, such as sweet smoked Spanish paprika, which we're going to be using in today's recipe, among so many other great ingredients. And let me tell you, when it comes to cookware, they have an amazing selection of authentic Spanish paella pans that range in size from 2 servings all the way up to 50 servings, and they even offer classic grilling systems that way you can always perfectly cook your paella. Folks, visit Tienda.com, let them know Albert from Spain on a Fork sent you there, and make sure you use coupon code ONAFORK during checkout for 10% off your order. Alright, let's just dive right into this. I'm going to heat a large fry pan with a medium heat and add in a quarter cup of extra virgin olive oil, which is 60 milliliters. As always, important to use the good stuff here. This is the base fat of the dish and what flavors all the ingredients. Link where you get the Spanish one I'm using in the description box below. While the oil is heating, I'm going to cut 2 slices from a baguette, each one being 1 inch thick, which is 2.5 centimeters. We'll also remove the skins from 6 cloves of garlic and reserve 12 raw blanched almonds. You can also use almonds with skins here. Then we'll add in the ingredients into the hot fry pan, and we're going to fry them between 3 to 4 minutes or until they're lightly golden fried. In the meantime, let's start prepping our potatoes. I'm going to cut 4 medium-sized potatoes. This is about 1 kilogram, which is 2 pounds, that have already been peeled, washed, and patted dry. Each potato into bite-sized pieces that are 2 centimeters thick, which is about 3/4 of an inch. Important to use potatoes here that are a bit more waxy than starchy, as they hold their shape better when they're cooked. I'm using Yukon Golds, but you can also use new potatoes, Golden Delight, or even red potatoes. After frying the pieces of bread, almonds, and garlic for about 4 minutes, and the ingredients are lightly golden fried, we'll remove them from the pan and set them aside. Now, using the same pan with the same heat, we'll add in the chopped potatoes, and we'll mix them around. That way they're all coated in the olive oil. And you don't have to mix the potatoes around continuously, but do it every 2 to 3 minutes. That way they all evenly fry. While the potatoes are cooking, let's move back to our slices of fried bread, almonds, and garlic. I'm going to transfer the ingredients into a tall plastic cylinder, along with 2 tablespoons of chopped parsley, which is 8 grams, a pinch of sea salt, and 1 cup of water, which is 240 milliliters. And using a hand blender, we'll blend the ingredients until we end up with a thin puree. You can also use a food processor here, stand-up blender, or even a NutriBullet. Okay, let's move back to the potatoes. After frying them for 10 minutes and they're lightly golden fried, at this stage you don't have to fully cook them through. I'm going to add in 2 teaspoons of sweet smoked Spanish paprika, which is 5 grams, and 3/4 of a teaspoon of ground cumin, which is 2 grams. Then we'll season with sea salt and freshly cracked black pepper, and we'll give it a quick mix. That way those spices are well mixed into the potatoes. Then we'll add in our puree that we blended, and just enough water to barely cover the ingredients. And then we'll turn it up to a high heat, give it a gentle mix until it's well mixed together, and then bring it to a boil. Once it comes to a boil, we'll place the lid on the pan and lower the fire to a low-medium heat, and we're going to simmer this between 10 to 15 minutes or until those potatoes are just cooked through. After about 10 to 15 minutes, we'll remove the lid. And at this point, those potatoes should be perfectly cooked through. You can always pierce them with a toothpick just to ensure that they're done. If you see that yours need more time, you simmer this for a bit longer. For the final step, I'm going to remove the pan from the heat and transfer some of the potatoes into a serving dish. Then we'll garnish with some hard-boiled eggs. You can veganize this recipe by omitting the eggs. However, traditionally to make these potatoes, they are served with the hard-boiled eggs. And some fresh parsley. Check it out, papas en Colorao, a very unknown potato recipe from the beautiful province of Cadiz. Easy to make, simple heart-healthy ingredients, and all done in about 40 minutes. Let's give this a try and see how it turned out. Once again, folks, papas en Colorao, truly one of the most underrated dishes from Spain. Can't wait to try this. Here we go. One of the most underrated potato dishes, but in my opinion should be one of the best ones out there. Everybody should know about this. The potatoes are beautifully cooked. You just melt in your mouth and absorb all the flavors in that pan, the paprika and the cumin, and that very simple sauce with the almond spread and garlic taking the potatoes to the next level of goodness. Easy to make, simple ingredients. You can try at home. Eat as a topless appetizer, or even as a side dish next to some grilled fish. Either way, the kind of food that's gonna fill you with so much Spanish goodness. Really quick before I go, shout out to a couple of my patrons, Dr. Michael Barvitz, Clarence Bolin, Martin Giddings, and Aravinda Garimea. And guys, thank you so much for being patrons of Spain on a Fork. You know how much I appreciate you. Enjoyed today's video, hit that like button, leave me a comment below, and if you're not subscribed, don't forget to smash that subscribe button and click on the bell icon. That way you can get notified every time I release new content and to become a part of the Spain on a Fork family. Till the next time, hasta luego.